Good morning. Today I'm answering an audience viewer's marketing question all about marketing budget. This viewer who has this question has been in the travel business a couple of years and has been pretty successful using free marketing on social media until COVID hit. And I think we can all relate to that. Now her business has dropped to almost zero, and she knows it's time to invest money in her business. She said she has bought subscriptions to Adobe Cloud and Canva Pro. She said she doesn't have much more money to invest and wants to know where she should put it and kind of overall how much she should spend. So let's walk through my recommendation to her. Hopefully, it'll generate some ideas that'll help you as well. First thing, always keep in mind that investing in your business is great. It does take money to make money. Yes, at the beginning you can get by bootstrapping some things and finding those inexpensive ways to get by. But I also know that when the economy starts to tighten, which it's doing right now, even though some of that additional federal unemployment helped keep some of the purchasing and spending level at a higher level than it probably would have been with a lot of people quarantined, people still are holding on to their money. They're buying necessities, but they're not buying a lot of wants or luxuries like travel right now. Plus, let's face it, a lot of countries still have travel restrictions in place. You have to quarantine 14 days. When you get there, you can't go out. So it's really hitting the travel business quite worse than some other businesses. Where she needs to rethink her strategy. First, this is her very first marketing expense, and actually kind of the first expense in her business overall, other than the minor things that she's already put into place, like a website. As a first marketing expense, it needs to be highly focused on activities that can bring the best return on investment. You don't want to just sink money into things for the sake of buying things when it's your very first marketing expense that you're able to afford. You need to focus on things that are going to bring you money, impact the bottom line, get you sales, get you closed transactions. People aren't buying her travel services because she can make it look slightly more interesting by using a professional graphic program such as a paid Adobe Cloud or Canva Pro subscription. That's not why people buy travel. Yes, you want to see those great images to keep you interested in all of the different possible destinations, but when you actually click to book, it's not that a slightly prettier picture, one that had text placed a little bit better, or even one of the benefits of Canva Pro is that it lets you redesign your same design in several different sizes for several different platforms very easily. You can do it without it. But none of those things are actually making her customers buy. For people who do graphic design as part of their business, such as me, I design things for people. A graphic design subscription can be a direct return on the investment. But unless you're doing paid graphic design or something directly related to it, which could be designing websites or designing social media posts for clients, you're not going to see any kind of return on that investment. So that's probably not where she needs to put her money first. Between those two graphic design subscriptions, she's looking at somewhere around, depending on what level she got, around $50 a month. She also has about that same money additional to add to her marketing, which puts her around $100 a month. Where could she spend that $100 instead? One great place would be lead generation activities. Those things designed specifically to bring in potential customers and put money in your business. This could be something like pay-per-click advertising that has been highly focused and targeted campaigns. That could result in real return on investment. It could either immediately cause someone to purchase a travel service, or it could get people on her list that are actually interested in buying, maybe not today, but maybe next month. And that would help her business long term actually bring in money. Another place she could consider is email marketing. It's still often better than social media because of we know that social media has been draining. Or text marketing. Those two things have a much better engagement and open rate than anything on social media right now. And excuse the lawnmowers. We're all dealing with things like this during COVID, aren't we? You try to work from home and the loud lawnmowers go down the golf course. Oh, there we go. So email or text marketing both get a much better response than social media does right now. Social media automation might be somewhere. That could either be paying for one of these programs like, say, Buffer, where she could go in and load up a bunch of her posts in a queue so that she wouldn't have to daily be posting on social media. She could switch her focus to engaging with the people who have engaged with her and engaging with her customers and prospects. Or she could even possibly hire an inexpensive VA to post all of this social media since she's already been designing it herself. She could just keep designing it, give it to them to post it, and then again switch her focus to the things that only she can do, which would be something as simple as picking up the phone and calling her past customers. When you're still new to your business, you don't have much money to spend, you need to tightly focus your efforts on things that bring in money, not things that just make your business a bit prettier. I'm all for pretty. I'm all for strategic branding. And a lot of people start by making things look the same, although branding goes much further than that. But you need to start your marketing expenses with things that make you money. Her second question, or second half of her question, was kind of how much should she spend? All of the experts say, in general, you should spend around 20% of your budget on marketing activities. Of course, it also depends upon what stage of your business. Most startups or those in a high growth mode are going to need to spend a larger percentage than those who are a bit more established. You can bootstrap this very easily when you're in startup mode. Yeah, it can take money to make money, but you can do it very simply by setting aside that 20% budget as you make money. When you make a sale, much easier to track if you have larger ticket sales, but you can also do it on a monthly basis. After August ends, I could look back at August, see how much money I brought in, and then take 20% of that and set it aside for marketing in September. Very easy to do that way if you're bootstrapped and you can't yet get to the point where you set an annual budget for your marketing and you know exactly how much money is going to come in each month. You can do it on a per sale basis or a per month basis. However, the caveat to that is that usually when people set an annual marketing budget, they really sit down and plan very strategically where that money is going to be spent. What services you're going to spend it on? Are you going to do pay-per-click advertising? How much of the time is going to be focused on social media? When you're doing it on a monthly or a per sale basis, you kind of lose some of that focus, and it's really more critical to keep that focus when you're doing it in that method. You don't want to just kind of sit down and wing it every month, because you're going to lose some of the momentum that can happen when you stay focused. This particular client or audience member, along the way, she has spent none, zero, and she's relied upon social media, which we've talked about in the past, why that may be a bad idea. Social media, any third-party platform, can shut down your account. We've had people come to us that this has happened on several different platforms. Or right now, a lot of social media platforms have terrible organic reach, especially Facebook. It's still the biggest one that most people are on, so yes, you want to be there, but the organic reach is just tanked to almost non-existent for a business. You're going to have to pay to get your message out on that particular platform. This is why we always recommend that you have your focus on additional platforms as well, especially ones that you own, such as website or email or text marketing. Also, when the economy is booming, it's easy to make money, but when it isn't, or when there's other issues going on that cause people to shift towards more only buying necessities and putting things like vacations and travel on the back burner, it's a lot harder. Businesses can thrive easily without trying when the economy is doing really well and it's going really strong. But you have to work a lot harder and a lot smarter when things start to get a little bit tougher. The strategies that you used, you might not have even thought through whether it was the right choice. You need to revisit those, and you need to understand if they're still the right strategies for your business, for where your business is at in the growth cycle, where your customers are at. You need to consider all of these things now, because the economy isn't as strong as it was, even though it appears as strong. Consumer buying habits are changing, and in that case, you need to focus and be more strategic. And you can actually benefit during this time, because those people who aren't investing in their business and those people who aren't being strategic, you can actually outpace them if you do it right. But you have to get strategic about it. You have to get focused and not just do any old thing because it sounds good and someone else did it and it looked like it worked for them. You need to focus. You need to use strategies that will result in a direct return on investment. And you will even want to look at strategies that are more like guerrilla marketing that can help keep your expenses trim while still getting you results. Things like that may be why you want to consider renting a CMO, Chief Marketing Officer. Most of us that are entrepreneurs can't afford to have a full-time staff doing our marketing, especially someone with the experience to help you focus on that strategy like a CMO. That's why we offer a Rent a CMO program. You can start with as little as 1 hour, or you can do packages where you get to meet with the CMO monthly or more often to help keep your strategy focused and make sure that you're spending your time and your money where it's going to matter most for your business. You can check that program at the link down in the description. And as always, if you have a marketing question, you can ask it down in the comment area below, or you can visit our website, vickiwu.marketing, and in the bottom right corner there's a chat bubble icon. You can ask your question there. We'll attempt to answer you directly, and we may even use your question on an upcoming episode. While you're here, check out our other videos and subscribe to our channel so that you never miss the latest marketing tips.